Now we will need to do the same thing with the parameters for template Azure bot file. So this one's a bit simple, shorter than the bot app one. So this one we'll just need to select an Azure bot ID. So this will be the globally unique and immutable handle for the bot essentially. And I'm just going to be calling it something like Python bot PII JS. So you want to ensure that this one is rather unique. I'm going to be leaving the bot SKU as default at S1 and leaving that as the global bot region. Next, we'll get to the bot endpoint. For now, we can just simply enter in the app ID of the registration as before. And for the bot endpoint, we will be going back into the Azure portal, going into the newly created app service. And then you'll see that it's hosted at a default domain. We will select the copy to clipboard to copy the default domain. Go back into Visual Studio and then paste that bot endpoint into here. But there's a few changes that we need to make in order to make this bot endpoint valid. We need to add HTTPS at the start, and we need to add /API/messages. So your name .azurewebsites.net/API/messages. That will be the bot endpoint. So you can go ahead and save that and go back into the Azure terminal, and and then we'll be executing a similar command, but for the Azure bot resource. So just similar to what we just did, I will paste the command and we will edit as necessary. So this is the deployment group create. I'm going to change the resource group as I did. Path to the template file, ensuring that these are all in quotation marks. And then finally, the path to the parameters file. And then go ahead and press enter. While that's deploying that, I'm going to add the key and endpoint for the language service into the bot.py. So open up the bot.py and then go back into the Azure portal and then go into the language service that we have deployed. And then keys and endpoint. I'm going to copy the endpoint and I'm also going to copy key number 1. Again, this is not the best practice for keys and endpoints. Ideally, you would use environment variables or host these endpoints and keys in something like an Azure Key Vault. But for the purpose of the demonstration, we're just going to be doing things the quick and dirty way. So that's that. And we'll see that the command for deploying the Azure bot has also completed. So we'll go ahead and save this file.